somebody just contact me and asking me how did I get the truck to start when I take out the automatic transmission and put in the manual transmission. If you're planning to do this swap, that's another part to the swap. The truck not going to start when you put in the manual transmission. Now, in order to get the truck to start, you're going to have to bypass you're going to have to bypass the starter cutout. Okay, in order to get the truck to start, you'll have to bypass the starter cutout. That's like a safety feature on the truck, on the automatic. That means if it's not in neutral, the truck not going to start. Now, I have mine set up a little different, but I'll show you both ways to do it, whichever way you want to do. You could either set it up so you could start it from the key, just like you would normally start the truck, or you could set it up like mine, where you put the key in the on position and then you press the button. See, I put a button up there to start the truck. And I'm going to show you how to do that. First thing you want to do is screw this plate off and take the ignition switch out. On the back of the ignition switch, you want to find the signal wire for the starter. That means when you put the key in there like that and you go to the on position, the next position over, that should be your start position. So you want to hold the key in the start position, check all the wires behind the key switch, and the one that light up when you hold the key in the start position, that's the wire we're going to work with. So that wire sends signal to the starter and tell the truck to start. So you're going to need some extra wires to do this. That same wire for the starter, you're going to run it, you're going to connect another wire to it, and you're going to run that over to the fuse box. So I'm going to go over to the fuse box and I'm going to show you where you connect that wire. Now when you come over here to the fuse box, what you're going to do, you're going to install a new relay. And this relay is probably about $6 at AutoZone. This is just a cap that go over these and secure them. This is the new relay right here. You need a relay and you need the female part of the relay. And like you see on the back, you have 4 wires back there. And I'm going to unplug this so I could tell you which wire go where. And the way this relay is set up, you could only put it in one way. You have number 87, number 85, you got number 86, and you got 30. And then you also got 87A. Now it only go in one way. Okay, if you notice, this one turned different. This one on this side turned different from the way the rest of them turn. So you can only put it in one way. So number 85 going to be your ground. This is the white wire I have right here. This number 85, and I ground it right here. And remember now, the numbers are on here. This is what we're working with. It's just the way you plug it in. I'm holding the camera with my hand, so I can't really plug it in to show you, but that's how they're set up. This will go right here, and it'll just plug in like that. So once you look on here, number 85 go to your ground. And all you want to do is just find a ground point on the truck to ground it. If you have one of these trucks, you have a ground point right here. So you just ground it right there. That's the white one that I'm using for number 85. Now number 87 goes to positive. You could put it to the ignition positive, or you could put it to a constant positive, or you could put it in the ACC position. Long as you have positive going to it, when you turn the key in the ACC position, you could connect it there. Number 30. Remember that white wire? I say it come from the ignition switch. That's number 30. And that wire goes right here. That's the blue one right here, number 30. That's the wire from the ignition switch. Now if you're just hooking it up to work from the ignition switch, that's what you hook up right there. Number 86. Number 86 goes down to the starter relay, or it goes down to the starter solenoid that's on the firewall underneath the hood. I'll go out there in a little bit and show you that. And that's how you wire up the ignition to get the truck to start if you change it from automatic to manual, to bypass the safety for the automatic transmission. Now on this truck, because I put a push button start on it, that's why I have extra wires in here. And what I did with my push button start, the wire that goes to the ignition, the middle wire on the ignition switch, I put a fuse in that wire. If you look right here, I have a 10mm fuse in there, and then I cut the wire and connect it to the switch. So once I press the switch, that's when mine start. But if you don't want the push button switch, you just gotta hook up everything straight to the ignition like I show you, and the truck will start. I'm just tucking everything back down here neat like I had it. That way I could put that cover back on. Okay, that white wire that I show you on that relay, this is the wire right here. And what you want to do, you want to put it on the small stud. So you have two small studs and you have two big ones. You want to put it on the small one that have the wire that go to the starter. So it's the one closest to the starter. That's the one you put it on. And once you hook that up, you'll be able to start the truck. And that's how mine's set up. So all I gotta do is put the key in the on position so the gauges could sweep. Make sure the truck in neutral, and then I press the button. Once I do that, the truck starts. I'm building the air up because I've been parked here for a while. Once I build the air up, I'll cut the truck off. Now once you do that and the truck start, the job is not complete. You can run the truck like that if you want to, but you're gonna have a check engine light, because the ECM, which is the engine computer, and the TCM, which is the transmission computer, are not talking to each other, because you no longer have the automatic transmission in there, so you no longer have the automatic transmission computer in there. So that's what the check engine light for. Like I said, you could run the truck like that, or you could find somebody that have the dealer level computer, so they could reprogram the computer. That way that check engine light could go off. You could get it done at the dealer. The price to do it at the dealer is about between $200 and $500. Now, some of the dealers on the cheap end, close to $200. If you know somebody with the same year truck as yours, get the last 6 of the VIN and take it to the dealer. When you're taking yours to the dealer, make sure it's a manual truck. And what they'll do is set your computer to that truck's computer, because that's that's a manual truck, and they don't have to go searching for the program for the manual program to put on your truck. Now, if you don't bring the last 6 of the VIN and they have to search for it, they might charge you more. So that's why I say it's between $200 and $500, because that's the price I was quoted. So yours might be around the same, it might be more, it might be less, but that's how I came up with that price. But like I said, you don't have to do it, but if you don't do it, you're gonna have that check engine light on. So you might want to do it to get the check engine light off the truck.